Well, Elon continues to reveal who he worships. As we can see, Grok, his artificial intelligence, got a new logo. And for those who do not know, this is clear Saturn symbolism. And go figure, this new logo was released during the festival of Saturnalia, which is a Roman pagan festival that is celebrated between December 17th and the 23rd. Now, something interesting here is in the Roman mythology, Saturn was an agricultural deity who was said to have reigned over the world in the Golden Age. I guess it's just a coincidence that Mr. Golden Dawn continues to speak about how we are going into the new Golden Age.
I proudly proclaim that the Golden Age of America is upon us.
Well, it makes sense why Trump has the black cube on his tower, or the black cube at the front entrance, because the black cube is a symbol of Saturn. Now, the reason why the black cube symbolizes Saturn is because there is a cube on Saturn. Apparently, there is a storm, according to NASA, that goes around constantly that makes this cube. And this is why you will see black cubes or black squares throughout our society, and why when you graduate, you wear the black cube. And as we can see right here, when Donald Trump and his daughter and son-in-law Kushner met with the WEF, we have the black cube in the center. Now, I guess it's just a coincidence that on the winter solstice, right in the middle of Saturnalia, we had Elon Musk retweeting this, which is an image of the universe placed in a black cube. So with this symbolism right here, he is giving homage to Saturn. Now, something else to add here is how Saturn was seen as the god of time. And also with this cube, it also represents the matrix per se, that we are inside this box. And that Saturn is the god of this box that we are in, which we can see right here, the universe being in the shape of a square. Now, if you do not know by now, Saturn is Satan. Now, let's continue with this black cube symbolism, as we can see right here at the 9/11 memorial, which the memorial is a literal black cube pit. Now, what's interesting is when you go to Revelation 9:11, and they had as a king over them the angel of the bottomless pit. I guess it's just a coincidence that the 9/11 memorial has a square that looks like a bottomless pit. Now, the name of this angel is Abaddon in Hebrew, but in Greek, he has the name Apollyon. Now, we can see Apollyon means destroyer. And we can also see down here that Abaddon, mentioned in Hebrew, is translated to destruction or the place of destruction. And coincidentally, to the occult, the Statue of Liberty is Lucifer, the light bearer. So as we can see right here, we have Lucifer, the light bearer, in front of the 9/11 attacks, which there is now a bottomless pit there, symbolically. Now, there's some interesting things about Donald Trump's $100 million penthouse, which his penthouse is on the 66th floor. And we can see here the art that he has. I'll read down below, but we have classical art dominates here with a bronze statue. Interesting, a bronze statue makes me think of Daniel. Eros and Psyche, one of the great Greek love stories, and Apollio, kind of like Apollyon, right? Led by Aurora, the Greek goddess of the dawn. The Golden Dawn, guys, come on. Suggesting Trump sees himself in the mold of Apollo, Zeus's son. And as we can see right here at Trump's tower, we have this upside down triangle with 6 trees on each side. So we have 6, 6, 6. Again, you can see right here, 6 trees, 6 trees, 6 trees. And I guess it's just a coincidence that he loves to show off this hand sign right here, which we saw right here, him showing it off in front of the WEF and the black cube. Now, there is opposing opinions to this hand symbol right here. Some believe it is the as above, so below symbol of the triangle. You have the idea of this being the divine feminine, which is symbolic to the woman reproductive system, and that this divine feminine hand symbol symbolizes the moon child being birthed or the Babylon working. But now you can do your own research on this all. But now let's continue on some more cube Saturn symbolism, as we see here with Operation Warp Speed, it being a cube. With the World Ahead 2025, The Economist magazine cover, we had the Saturn symbol right at the top with Mr. Golden Dawn in the center. And by the way, this idea right here is a picture of a beast, because we have the 2 eyes. So we have the eye there, the other eye here with a radioactive symbol. We got Donald Trump as the nose. We have a mouth right here, but right here for Saturn, right there is on the seal of the forehead. This is symbolic of the mark of the beast, the seal of Satan or Saturn on the forehead, like we as children of God are sealed on our forehead with God's name. Now, clearly, The Economist loves Saturn because on their new Christmas Devil issue cover, we also have Saturn. And again, we see the symbolism here with Stellar, which is a cryptocurrency that has the Saturn symbol that looks a lot like rock. And then we also have the X logo, which when you do this, when you mirror it, the duality, it creates the skull and compass, which is also like XRP, which is another cryptocurrency that they will use for the beast system, which has the as above, so below symbolism. Now, just so you know, this X symbolism is not just Masonic, but it's also traced back to the Osiris is risen symbol, which they make with crossing their arms to make an X, like we see right here. I mean, of course, Mr. Dark Maga himself loves the letter X. Now, one last thing to add here with this new Grok symbol is how it looks like the Ouroboros, which is the snake eating itself. Now, this Ouroboros symbol can be traced back to Egypt and Babylon, and this symbol is associated with the primordial serpent, Sata, like Satan, Saturn. This is the serpent from the garden. And these individuals worshipped this deity who protects the world from cosmic enemies. Because you need to understand that to the occult, they believe that the serpent in the garden was the good God. They call him Prometheus or Lucifer, the light bearer, he who brings the light, bringing light of knowledge of good and evil to free humanity away from that tyrannical God of the Bible. And this is why you will see so many cultures worship the serpent. It all goes back to the garden. So with this all being revealed to you, I pray and hope that you can see that these two guys right here are not on your side. They are high-level occultists who have their roots deeply embedded with the mystery Babylonian religions. And they are deceiving the whole world to usher in this new golden age. As we can see right here, how Saturn has everything to do with this golden age. Please do not be deceived by these two individuals. They are operating off of the Antichrist spirit, which just like the deception from the garden where the serpent whispered into Eve that you shall have freedom and liberty, you shall be like God. And these two individuals are selling the same deception, that you shall have freedom and liberty. But in reality, they are bringing your own enslavement and bondage through technology in this new golden age that will be controlled by AI. The new Tower of Babel 2.0, uniting everybody together with Starlink, Neuralink, the blockchain, the internet, and the World Wide Web, capturing humanity together in a rebellion against God, which these two occultists right here are leading the rebellion. Do not be deceived. Now be careful if you go down this rabbit hole of learning about the Saturn cults and all the mystery religions, because they will try to add in that Jesus is a fake God as well. But that is the rat poison, okay? Because there was only one God that came down to be man. He came to be a baby to then grow to take the sins of the world and to save humanity from sin and death. And his name is Yeshua HaMashiach, the Jewish Messiah indeed, Jesus the Christ. Now, if there's one thing for you to take away from this video, it is this right here. There is only one God who became man to dwell with us, to live perfectly, and to redeem us by sacrificing himself in our place for our own judgment. And we have redemption through faith. It is faith alone. There is no amount of knowledge you need to have with these mystery cults, and you have to gain your own consciousness for salvation. It is the simplicity of childlike faith in the God who created you, the God who became man to dwell with us, to know every single pain, every single situation you could ever go through. He knows you intimately. He has redeemed you, and all he wants is your faith in him. The cross proved that he was human, but the resurrection proved that he was God. We shall trust and follow the Good Shepherd, and we have his word that we can rest in, and we can see his promises, and we can now have discernment during this evil and wicked world, and that is why he calls us out of this world. We need to be called out. We need not to love this world nor the things in this world, because the love of the Father is not found in this world. And if you become a friend of this world, you are now an enemy against God. That is James chapter 4. So with that, guys, we focus our eyes upon the Lord. Be careful down these rabbit holes. Allow your faith to be strengthened every day, and do not be deceived out there in this crazy, deceptive world. I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.